5, we'll do roll call. Stephen Yerger.
Here.
Mary Brenneman.
Here.
Janelle Ressler.
Here.
And Nick Lovell is here. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. So we will now recognize members of the public who have signed up to provide comment as stipulated in policy 903. When your name is called, please approach the podium, state your name, confirm you're a resident or taxpayer in the district, and your topic of discussion for the record. Please direct your comments to the board as a whole, not to an individual. We ask that you limit your comments to 5 minutes or less. The privilege to speak may be interrupted, revoked, or recess of the meeting may be called by the chair if the speaker does not observe reasonable decorum and orderly conduct. Thank you. Suzanne Johnson.
As you all know, I'm Suzanne Johnson. I'm both a resident and a taxpayer, and my child attends school in this district. Yet again, we're here tonight in the Curriculum and Policy Committee, focused on not anything to do with some to do with education, but a whole lot to do with controlling board member behavior and limiting transparency. Tonight, you will again be focused on right-to-know requests. As I said at the August 19th board meeting, and many times before, regarding right-to-know requests that I have submitted, I was unaware that the school board director deleted her social media pages and when I submitted the appeal on my right-to-know request for her social media posts that were under the purview of her role as a school board director. Thus, I never expected something to be created from nothing. I did not know that those were deleted. Again, I will say it again. I did not know that those pages were deleted until I submitted an appeal, and that was disclosed in the response from the district to the appeal. Prior to filing an appeal, the interim superintendent had only indicated that the posts had not been made on an official district account. Again, the appeals are public information available on the OR website. I have nothing to hide, and you can check it for yourself. On page 7 of the appeal findings, it indicates, quote, Mrs. Ressler created 2 additional Facebook pages for the purpose of her election and service related to the school board. On page 2 of the appeal findings, it says the school board district claims that any social media posts related to Janelle Ressler from Littlestown School Board and for such a time as this with Janelle Ressler's Facebook pages no longer exist because both of these pages have been deleted, end quote. This wasn't a frivolous right-to-know request. Had the school board member or the interim superintendent disclosed that those pages were deleted, brought in response to my request, I wouldn't have filed an appeal, and the district could have avoided solicitor fees. Therefore, as I stated on multiple occasions, the responsibility for those solicitor charges is not on my shoulders, but on those people that did not disclose it until the appeal. In addition, like I said last month, I also filed right-to-know requests for safety and incident data, student incident data, after the interim superintendent continued to refuse my requests by email and in public statement at these meetings. I made those requests for 6 months for that data, and it wasn't until I submitted a right-to-know. The school solicitor reviewed those right-to-know requests and agreed that these public records should be provided. So I will reiterate again, all of my right-to-know requests were valid requests. While the school board has focused attention on singling out solicitor expenses related to right-to-know requests, what I find most disturbing is that some want to celebrate appeal findings as successful because there were no records to provide as a result of deleting records. And looking at the Sullivan appeal findings, there's even a Stockton leader, your solicitor's document, recommending that you school board members delete text messages. In my opinion, it isn't a win for the voters of the school district for your standard operating practice to delete records in order to avoid disclosure. This isn't the intent of the laws put in place to ensure open government, and I don't understand why this school district is trying so hard to avoid transparency. Thank you.
Dr. Mitchell.
All right, thank you. This is a really good thing that I want to share first of all with everyone. And actually, because we had taken so much time in between, I didn't get a chance to put it online. So give me a moment and I'll put everything up on the screen. LASD. Let's go to the menu, board minutes, curriculum, co-curriculum, our agenda, and 3. So one of the first things that I'd like to share, and thank you for taking that time with me, I apologize for the delay. Something that I want to bring to the committee is relatively new. Governor Shapiro and the state legislators signed into law an opportunity for money to go to student teachers and to a way to encourage student teachers to go out, a way to encourage and promote the profession of teaching, which I think is a very honorable endeavor. So what he did and what the state has done is provided a student teacher program guideline, which allows districts and colleges or universities to sign up, to participate with, and it gives the student teachers across the state an opportunity to earn money during their student teaching. So this is something that the state would provide funding for. We would act as a pass-through, if you will. But in order for our student teachers to be able to earn this or gain this, there are a number of things that they need to be able to do. First, they need to work with a school or a college or a university that has already agreed to participate. They need to work in a school district that has agreed to participate, and they need to apply and be accepted by the state in this process. They can earn up to $10,000 for their student teaching opportunity, which basically turns their internship as a student teacher that used to be free or non-paid into a paid internship and allows them to earn some money while doing their work, which is not uncommon in business. In certain businesses, in the business world, interns can get paid. It also provides an opportunity for those teachers that our student teachers work with, because they always have a cooperating teacher, a veteran teacher that's there to help take them through the ropes. It gives them an opportunity to also receive a stipend of up to $2,500. So the state has proposed this program, this plan, and I bring it to you for the opportunity to discuss and share with me whether or not you would like me to take this or we would like to take this to the full board for approval. Once it's to the full board and we participate, the funding is available as long as it lasts. So it would be beneficial to us, I believe, if we wanted to go down this road to bring it to the full board and approve it as soon as possible so that student teachers that we currently have may be able to apply for this program and have that opportunity to earn some money for the work that they've done. Before I open up for questions, I would like to just share with you that 2 of the school districts that we currently get most of our student teachers from, Shippensburg University and York College of Pennsylvania, are both participating in this program. So the requirements, the school or university, the public school district that the student teacher is doing their internship in, and an application by the student teacher of the requirements.
There are no other obligations on our part that we have to provide?
Not on our part, but I failed to mention that there is an obligation on the student teacher's part. The student teacher must agree to teach somewhere in the state of Pennsylvania for the next 3 years, or 3 years upon graduation.
So that would potentially, turn a student teacher here into a permanent teacher here if it's so needed, because it would eliminate the ability for someone to say, come up from Maryland, take advantage of the program, and go back down to Maryland to teach.
It certainly does a number of things. First, it allows that student teacher to know that we care about them. We care about them because we've enrolled and agreed to participate, and it's no cost to us or the taxpayer. The second part of this then is we get the opportunity to review and see that student teacher in a very intimate setting. That cooperating teacher are really the eyes of the administration. We get an opportunity to see 1 or 2 lessons. That cooperative teacher sees that person every day. And we get to then see those teachers. And if they participate in this and we have an opportunity to provide that teacher, then yes, we get them for 3 years. Or they may owe that money back to the state.
Okay.
Could you explain a little bit about grants? Because I understand some of the bigger districts in the Commonwealth seem to gobble up all the grant money first because of their size and need. We're on the other end of it. So is there a percentage that if we sign up on this program that we'll actually get the grant money?
Yeah, I have no idea what the guarantee is. It's as long as the money is there and available for the student teachers that apply. So there may be larger districts that would have more student teachers, but it is still on that student teacher to be able to apply and be accepted. So I think it's at least a little bit of a level playing field, especially if we can get in here as early as possible. I hope that answers your question.
It does.
So are you saying that you're looking just to create an option for the student teacher?
What I would say is, in addition to just creating an option for the student teacher, it provides us an opportunity with other colleges or universities that may participate as well. Yes, primarily opportunities for the student teachers so that we can attract and retain those student teachers, or at least the partnership with the colleges and universities that send them to us. I think one of our administrators said in a meeting that we had, so if I'm a student teacher at your college and I have the opportunity to go to Littlestown, who participates, or another district that does not, I'm most likely going to choose Littlestown.
So, the guidelines and agreement for the program are attached. Is the committee in favor of moving the program forward for approval at the board?
I am, yes.
Because it's grant money.
All right.
All right, fantastic, thank you. Thank you. The next item that I have, you'll see in front of you, I provided you with 2 pieces of paper. This is what we plan. This is for informational purposes only. This is to show the committee and share with the committee what we are planning to provide on our website as far as right to know information, right to know requests. As you can see, you'll see in front of you that we'll have the name of the requester, we'll have date, we'll have the whether it was granted or denied, what the appeal stated, and links to be able to see those items. I also shared with you a document to provide you what you would follow if someone were to take a look and see who requested. They would receive this standard right to know request form that indicates the date that the request was made, indicates the individual that made the request, but it takes away and redacts the street address, city, state, anything like that, phone numbers, any contact information. So it does provide only the name of the individual who made that request.
And this would be online?
This would be online on a specifically designated page on our website, correct. It would provide right to know information or right to know requests beginning in December of 2023. And any moving forward. I think it's just another opportunity for the administration to work with the board and work in the district to continue to provide transparency to the community so that everyone can see what exactly is out there. I think additionally, the previous committee spoke a lot about the extra and additional work that our board secretary has taken on. So if we have a page that provides specific right to knows about Littlestown that is available for everyone and anyone with an internet connection to view, someone may be able to go and see what the request is, what the information was that's available, and thereby reduce the workload of the Board of Secretary.
Save the district money, hopefully.
Correct. Correct. So that's informational purposes only. Any other questions that you might have regarding that?
Yeah, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. The last item that I have, and this is in policy news, last year, towards the end of the school year, if you recall, this board approved our partnership and membership back with PSBA. PSBA provides a number of different services to school districts across the state, and during the summer months, we were able to provide payment, get on board, and actually, I believe it was last week that Dr. Berryman, myself, and Mrs. Mummer worked through a training to better familiarize ourselves with the policy page, the board docs that we'll be able to review. It was very, very, I would say, enlightening, educational. It was an excellent time, an excellent training that helped us begin to form a process to be able to fulfill this committee's request, to be able to start moving through policies that we want to prioritize, that impact students, that impact procedures and operations of the district, the 200s and the 800s that we currently have. What we found was there are a number of ways that Carrie, Judy, and I will be able to take a look at what policies are available, what legal ramifications may come about, and at board or committee recommendation, contact the solicitor if we need to have solicitor review on certain things. Because we will make recommendations, this committee will make recommendations to board policies that we bring forward. Following that, since they would change, we would probably review have a solicitor review on those items. What I can say is that this can start or should start in earnest in October when we begin with the 200s and the 800s. We did have an opportunity to really kind of dig into what the 200 policies related to as far as students, what the 800 policies related to, and we didn't find anything that would cause us to go out of chronological order with the policies. So we would then begin in October bringing policy 200, 201, 201.1, et cetera, forward to the committee with review from PSBA for this committee's review and approval to move forward to the full board. One of the things that we will do is it will be a brand new website or a link on our website. So as we go through, part of our PSBA process, if you recall, is they will provide a service for us that moves the current policies we have into a software package or website package called Board Docs. That process of review, I think of the total of around 350 different board policies that we have, will take some time as they review what they were in the previous format, what format they currently have, and move everything over for us. What winds up happening is that process will take about 6 months. In that time frame, the plan is to review with PSBA the general 000s, all of the procedures that we have, and when they are ready, move them over to a website that will show LASD 00101 Board Docs, and on the other side of the page, we'll still have a link to the other policies that we currently have. In the course of 6 months and our review, you should see a transition of policies from 000 all the way through 900s slowly move over as they are transitioned by PSBA and us to that Board Docs location. So pretty much a split screen that you would have Board Docs and our policies in that form, and the policies that are not in Board Docs in our current format on our website until their transition.
If we wanted to, or had a question about a policy, do we have to like start at that low level and move up to the 800s, or can we bring one in? Like if it's 400s and we're only at the 200s, can we bring that forth, or do we have to
At any time,
suggest?
at any time, if this committee wants to go through a specific policy and review that, that would fall under the same rules that we've used before. Contact either myself, Dr. Berryman, or Nick to be able to place that on the agenda. So it does not preclude us from doing it.
Okay, good.
I would say I was very, it was a really great training with a lot of information that I did not know previously because I didn't have the opportunity to really work with ESBA in the past. And I'm appreciative of this board for moving us forward in a direction that I think will be beneficial for everyone.
Any other questions for Dr. Witzel about PSBA or policy reviews or updates? Okay.
I have one other thing. We are planning a comprehensive steering committee, our last one coming up. I'm trying to find a date. The most likely date will be September 17th, which will be in about 2 weeks. It's a Tuesday evening. At that meeting, we do plan on reviewing and coming to a conclusion with our vision, our mission, and we already have a number of shared values that we have.
Any other business from the committee?
Yeah, you do? You do?
I just had a quick question for is iReady up and running with the students?
iReady is absolutely up and running. We had a little bit of a glitch this morning that we were able to take care of within about 45 minutes. The middle school is doing baseline testing today, and tomorrow cases will join them with baseline testing. Yeah, thanks for asking.
I'll keep track now.
Absolutely, good. Let me know.
Janelle?
Yes, I do. So something I'd like to just talk about, bring to your, as a committee, discuss it, maybe, I don't know if we can take it to the full board, or if we can just change it, I'm not sure, but the recording policy that we have set into place and have adopted. Looking at some other districts I stumbled upon, actually Shippensburg Area School District. They have a policy recording and broadcasting of board meetings. And if you can just let me share what some of their verbiage is. I checked, looked over ours again, didn't see this. With the solicitor, the advice of the solicitor, something it says is, the opinions expressed by any members of the public do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of the board of school directors of Shippensburg Area School District. It kind of goes down. Where's it at here? Any board member, district employee, or any other person who believes that he or she has been defamed at a board meeting shall notify the board president or superintendent within 48 hours to provide the board the opportunity to have the video recording from that meeting deleted. Second, that the opinions expressed by any member of the public do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of the board by sharing. The Board of School Directors of Shippensburg, doing this to Shippensburg, hereby expressly disclaim any and all responsibility or liability for any defamatory or slanderous statements expressed by any member of the public, and then any unauthorized rebroadcasting of any video, audio, and or still image of this meeting is strictly forbidden without the written permission of the Board of Directors of Shippensburg. So is that something that we can possibly look into to add to some of the verbiage to our current recording policy? We can just discuss it, bring it up.
We can certainly discuss that. One of the things that I would normally suggest is, as we've gone through and the process that we've provided for our recording guidelines, we've followed a process of creating having solicitor review of our guidelines.
Mm-hmm.
And we know what Mr. Walker shared at a recent board meeting was that both he and the firm of Stock and Leader stand behind what we put together.
Yes.
I don't know his opinion of this or any included.
Okay.
So if we would want to move forward with any amendment, first I would recommend that we would talk with our solicitor. The second part of this is I do believe that you need some time to be able to follow through the guidelines that you provide. And as we go through and create them, just for consistency across the board, let them in place for a period of time and see how
Okay.
they operate and revisit.
Okay.
So I would recommend that we would, if we want to revisit this and take a look at any additional items, that we look at it maybe in 9 months or almost a year
Okay.
to review what's working, what's not working, and do we want to make any recommendations.
Okay. Very good.
Anyone else have anything? Not, I have a couple of things. Just want to acknowledge that our seating arrangement at the next meeting is going to change in terms of the people that are sitting beside me. Tim is going to be moving over to this side of me as Dr. Bell departs us as the interim superintendent at the end of the month. And I just want to sincerely thank you for your service to this committee and the board as a whole, and me personally, throughout your time here in Lewistown. It's been very impactful, and I'm very pleased to have met you, and I truly consider you a friend.
Thank you. It's been my blessing.
And then on the left side, like I said, Tim will be moving over, and then Dr. Berryman will be joining us as the new assistant superintendent, who will be working with me in terms of leading the work that the committee is going to be doing. And I greatly look forward to continuing to work with you. We've had some transition period that she's been working with Dr. Mitchell and myself in starting the transition and into her new role, and I have full faith and confidence that she will do a spectacular job as the new assistant superintendent. And so with that, if there's no other business, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Say.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned.